we talked about my Shelby Oaks review, how it got me like some subscribers and stuff. And did you see the comments in that? Did you?
I, yeah, I saw some of them. You know me, I don't like to go and read, not because I get offended or anything, but it's just like, it doesn't really serve me any purpose because I do this with you, but that was kind of your whole journey.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's kind of funny.
But no, let's talk about it. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I wanted to talk about this, get this off my chest a little bit.
It's been fuck. Okay, Wes about to get fucking pissed off.
I'm not gonna go off or anything, but I just think it's kind of interesting and funny. Okay, so
yeah, no, let's get into it. I've got some.
Okay, so I reviewed Shelby Oaks. Okay,
yeah,
and then I didn't care for it. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then people in the comments are saying, whoa, someone's like telling the truth finally. And I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, because when I review a movie or I'm about to review a movie, I try to stay away from everything. I don't want anything influencing what I think of it. So I don't look at reviews. I try to not to look at trailers or like Rotten Tomatoes or stuff, but it's kind of hard to not see that. So I was pretty disappointed in it. And then I made the review, and then people were saying in the comments. So I started watching reviews of other people, and these are mostly early reviews of YouTubers, right? Yep. And same YouTubers who interviewed Chris Duckman, you know, and they're all, you know, taking pictures and stuff, all that good stuff.
They gave him glowing reviews. Even guys that shit on everything was like jerking him off. Yep.
And okay, let's talk about the rise of YouTube and everything. Okay, just real quick.
Yep.
It gave the little people a voice, right? So instead of like broadcast network and whatever, you get like what actual people think of stuff. So, you know, like YouTube or like movie critics, like you just had Roger Ebert and Richard Roper or whatever. And then you finally get in these people talking about movies and who are not actual journalists and stuff. So you get a little bit more grassroots sort of view on stuff like that. So instead of like, you know, elite people
differently cultured opinions is what I would say.
Exactly. Yeah, like, you know, people like trashy drive-in movie theater movies, and you get that sort of niche from some of these people that watch those. So we made that video and everything, and it was basically me. I was just talking about how my negative review of this popular at the time movie, because the guy is a YouTube movie critic. So you had YouTubers make movies, and some YouTubers made some great movies, like those Rocka Rocka brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They made Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. Fucking terrific horror movies. Have you seen these guys?
I heard that Bring Her Back is fucking insane. I'm not telling you I'm ever going to watch it, though. You know I'm not a horror guy, bro.
I wouldn't recommend it if you're not a horror guy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like but I still listen. If people are horror people, I've heard that Bring Her Back mentioned quite a bit. So
yeah, but have you seen these Rocka Rocky guys? Like they are like dude bros. You wouldn't think they would make a great fucking horror movie like that. Okay, so Netflix, they have like this documentary series where they had one as like Poop Cruise, where like shit was slushing around on this
because that happened in real life on a boat, or on a cruise ship.
They had one for Area 51, the story of Area 51. People were running like Naruto.
Naruto running.
One of the Rocka Rocka guys was on that documentary because he went to that thing, and that guy is just like, he looks like a frat bro, okay? He's like, yeah, I went to the Area 51. And they're making these like elite, fucking, some of the best horror movies in the recent years, you know? Okay, so, but this is a YouTube movie critic who criticizes movies making a movie, and it turned out to be either, the general opinion is bad to mediocre. But then, and I mentioned a couple of the people on there, and I put them on my thumbnail. These guys have like 300K, 200K subs, and they were commenting on that video.
I saw, but I saw other people dunking on them like, wow, you came to a YouTuber with fucking 2K subscribers to come and try to that. Yeah. So, I mean, that was what I thought was funny.
Yeah, it was funny because I just have this 1K kind of fifth rate shithole YouTube channel, and they had to come and like defend their honor, I guess. So the first is that Sean Chandler, he's got the movie review. He's like 300K subs. I mean, he seems like an okay guy. It's just not my thing, you know. That's just, and that's the thing I kind of noticed about these guys is that why I don't like gravitate towards their videos and stuff is because they take themselves too fucking seriously. Yeah. Like, you're a guy on the internet talking about movies, okay? Yeah. It don't have to be serious shit like that, okay?
Yeah.
This Sean Chandler guy, he seems like an all right guy. He didn't like fly off the handle or anything. He made this one weird video about, it was called like haters of fans on the Shelby Oaks thing. Why does it have to be haters for fans? Why is it so binary and tribal? Like, I don't fucking care about Chris Stuckman. I don't care about him. I don't watch his stuff. I just didn't like his movie. And I didn't even like talk about him personally, really. I just mentioned the director and why people are anticipating it. And I'm like, he said that, let me take a sip here.
Yeah, let's both take a sip real quick.
Yeah. So he was like saying, people are so aggro and weird about this movie. I'm like, and I commented, and it's like, I didn't like it, and I don't follow Chris Stuckman. I don't have an opinion on him, really. He's just a popular YouTuber. Okay, he's one of the most popular critics or whatever. I see in my comments, people do have a, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to bag on the dude. I'll bag on this fucking movie, but I'm not going to bag on him personally, so I never did. And I'm like, well, does that make me weird? And then, this is after he already commented on my video, apparently, but let me pull this up. I screenshotted some of these. I'm not going to pull up on here. I'll just read it.
That's fine.
Okay, this is what I said on Sean Chandler's thing. He's like, I never watched Stuckman or have an opinion on him. I just didn't like Shelby Oaks. I gave him flowers for how good it looked and the performance from the main actress, but the script was bad. If you don't have a big budget, the very least you can do is have a solid script. But since I didn't like it, I guess that makes me weird. And he was talking about the budget and stuff. I saw Good Boy, the dog horror movie.
Oh my God, yeah. That looks interesting.
That budget was only like $700K. And I really like that movie. It's slow, but it's the right amount of slow. I love a slow burn, you know? I thought it was very good. I thought it was very well executed. Not Shelby Oaks. Okay, and then Cody Leach YT, 12K subs. Nah, this is his reply. Nah, your cowardly and dishonest behavior on your channel is what makes you weird. I'm like, okay.
Cowardly and dishonest? How the fuck does... What?
Okay, shout out to Shin059. He's like my white knight. He came to my defense. And it says the guy running around a 1K sub channel talking crap if they criticize you. But what?
That was the comment. Yeah, okay, that's the one I read.
I pinned that comment. And he's like, but what should I expect? You have always been rude in the comments. And this is a thing I've heard about him. And I seen it on Reddit. I was just kind of like, I didn't even ask about it. I just seen like when people, like critics they don't like or whatever. And he was pretty far down the list. I think he probably has valuable criticisms and stuff and everything. But the guy says, I like him and I like his videos, but he's a dickhead in the comments. And then he's like, he's replying to Shin here. He uses me and Sean's face in the thumbnail. Takes pictures of me from 2 years ago on Instagram, bashes and slanders me for clicks, and immediately deletes a comment where I take the high road and try to offer my perspective. And I'm in the wrong? LOL. Using a low sub count to justify creep behavior is wild. Okay, let me break this down a bit, okay?
Yeah.
I can't use them on a thumbnail? Like, and he's like, for clicks? Like, everyone's trying to get clicks. That's the point of everything. That's why he's got all his thumbnails has a picture of him going.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Okay.
So do
he
we.
Says, yeah. And I'll do it sometimes. I try not to because no one gives a fuck about my face or who I am. But
right.
he's like, he takes a picture from me from 2 years ago on Instagram. I just did a Google search on images like I do with all my videos, and that's what came up. It's not my fault that you put a picture out on the internet and it shows up on Google.
Well, next time you talk about him, just ask him, hey, could you snap me a current picture, you just real quick? Could you just give me a selfie in a mirror? I got to put you in the thumbnail of my video. Just ask him real quick, and then he'll give you the most current, up-to-date picture of him that he has. I think that's nice. That's
I should do that. I should have thought, fuck me. He bashes and slanders me for clicks. I don't know how I bashed him or slandered him. Like, I was just saying, like, this is kind of strange, like... Go ahead.
Yeah, I watched that review. You didn't say anything. You made the note about it seems kind of strange that you're normally kind of harder about shit, but then you get to talk to this guy and then your review's a lot better. That just, you can shit on this guy too, because this was the one that this is the guy we're talking about right now. Let me make sure I'm not mistaken before I talk out of line.
Okay.
This was the one that is like notoriously negative about everybody's shit, right? That you were telling me about in our last podcast. Is that this guy or was it somebody different?
No, it's this guy.
Because I don't know any of these people. So
it's this guy we're talking about, but I don't really watch his stuff. It's just there's this one thing I saw. He was doing it with this other reviewer, 3C Films. And the 3C Films guy, he's kind of like, I like him. He's kind of dorky. He like, makes fun of himself and stuff. And he's kind of, he doesn't try to be overly negative. And they were talking about The Strangers Chapter 2 or something. They were together. And he was saying, he was kind of light on. It's like, yeah, it's not a good movie and stuff. And then the Cody Leach guy, he's like, no, it fucking sucked and all this other stuff. It was kind of funny just to see the contrast between them, and that's the general vibe I got from him. But also I see some of his comments in his own videos, and he comes off like that. But I don't really watch his videos, so he might not be so negative in his videos, but
yeah. And I just wanted to clarify, when I say I don't know these people, I'm not saying that as a jibe or a jab to anyone. I don't watch remember, you're the movie guy, I'm the game guy, so I don't watch other people's like video essays on movies and stuff like that most of the time. That's not coming from a place of disrespect is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, like that one comment is like, I don't know who these motherfuckers are. It's like, no one knows who you are. I'm like, who cares? Like, it's a pair of these
the one
weird...
guy was coming after me because I kept saying motherfucker. I'm like, sorry. Like, what do you, I do cuss a lot, but and am I not allowed to say word? I don't know.
Hey,
I can talk without cussing, but if that's your argument, you don't have to watch. But
well, it's anyway, like these people come to the comments with these weird parasocial like relationships with these people they see on screen, and then it's like we're adults talking about movies like adults. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
That's my general vibe. All right, let me continue with this real quick because this is a whole thread here. It's very long, but
I think I must not have watched before you finish. I think I don't think Sean had even replied to the Shin guy when I had seen this last, so I need to catch up. So yeah, go ahead.
No, the Sean guy, he doesn't like get in the muck, I think, in the comments. He just like mentions, he just had little things here and there. I didn't even reply to him because he was just talking to other people. He wasn't even like really directly addressing me. Right. But so from my perspective, I'm in the wrong. LOL, use a low sub count to justify creep behavior. Do the creep, right?
Well, we got a new dance, so get up on your feet. It's real easy to do, and it's called the creep.
Yeah, the creep.
I replied to him. It's like, first, I never deleted your comments, and I didn't. I do have certain I have a lot of words that are blocked, so I don't have some random assholes crawling up in my comments and stuff. So what's that say about what he said, that he's taking the high road if it got blocked automatically?
Yeah.
I don't
because I'm sure comments. they're not good words that you have blocked. You know?
My video wasn't about you personally. It was about the conflict of interest around the first wave of Shelby Oaks reviews and how that shaped the response online. I've got no problem with other creators or differing opinions. I just think it's fair to talk about how criticism can be complicated when personal connections are involved. I didn't call any names. I didn't do any of that, right?
Yeah, you never did. If anybody called anybody a name, it was me. I called everybody a motherfucker.
Yeah. Don't. And you need to keep calling people motherfuckers. Okay. That was on Sean Chandler's channel on his haters versus, which I don't agree with. And people tore him apart in the comments on that because like a lot of people were just pointing out, well, we see lower budget movies that are way better than this. And his argument was kind of like straw man, you know? Okay. So this is a comment from mine. And it's like, from my video, you know, there's 2 hosts of Double Toaster, right? Which I made in the comments. Corey was negative, but Martin was bigger fan of the movie than I was. I know it's easier to cherry pick details that validate your flawed premise, but it's incredibly weak. Kind of like deleting comments from the person you're deliberately targeting with your video. Well, pearl clutching and first of all, Martin liked it, but he also didn't interview and promote for the director of the movie, right? Okay, so I replied, I didn't delete any comments. I do have blocked words set up on my account, so if something didn't go through, that's on you. And yeah, I know Double Toasted has multiple hosts. I followed them since the Spill.com days, which is like 2007 and stuff. I'm not faulting anyone for liking the movie more than I did. I just shared my take the same way they shared theirs. Actually, I didn't even look at any reviews before the movie, only when the comments in that video directed me to them, which I found kind of interesting, you know? He replied to this, and I didn't even see this reply, so I didn't reply back. It's like, whatever you say, man. You've chosen what type of presence you want to be in this space, and I wish you luck with that route because you'll need a lot of it. Your characterization of me is pretty gross and way off base, and you're entitled to your opinions. I've done more help and boost small channels than anyone I know. It would happily have discussed and debate about the movie with you, and get you some viewers. You took the route of being a jerk and bashing others to get quick clicks like a cockroach.
When the fuck
Shrug
did
emoji.
You bash anybody? When did you bash anybody? For real? Like, I'm not. Yeah, it's easy well, you're his fucking best friend, but I watched that. I watched that. Like, that was you literally just, I don't fucking know.
That's why I wanted to bring it up with you because I think we known each other for like 30 years. And if I was being an asshole,
you were the only
person
person in high school that everyone liked. You were the only person in high school that everyone liked. I got fucking spit on and kicked in the balls all the time. I had a smart ass mouth. I deserved all the shit I got. But like literally, I'd be getting shoved in a fucking locker or some shit, and then you'd be waiting for me to get unshoved out of the locker, and they'd be high-fiving you and say, hey, what's up, Wes? How the fuck are you doing? Because you never started shit with anybody. But when you had an opinion about something, you shared it, but you've always been eloquent with that. So for real, like, I know I'm being very hyperbolic, but it's like, for real, you've never I'm more aggressive than you about shit like that. And even me being on the internet, I still try to be more Switzerland about things, you know, especially streaming and stuff like that. But no, for real, like because I watched your, okay, hang on. We had talked about it before I went and watched your actual Shelby Oaks review before I saw your response to that video.
Okay.
So then I did go back and I watched the Shelby Oaks review. You brought those other people up and you said what happened. You said what happened. Now, I guess it wasn't, I don't know. Could it be construed that you're taking a shot because you said it's kind of, and please tell me if I'm misquoting you and I'm being very liberal with your words here, but like you pointed out, most of these guys don't kind of lean this way, but you guys did interviews with the writer director, and then now you guys are giving this guy a glowing review. It just seems suspect. That's kind of what you said, right?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
And I only said that because I went back and looked at the reviews because of the comments from the Shelby Oaks review that I got. But it was just a discussion. I wasn't really accusing them. Like, I mean, it's kind of sus, all right? But with this reaction that I'm getting,
it sounded like you're like, hey, man, do you have kids? Because I'd like to step on them. That's what this guy's acting like you were saying.
Yeah.
For real, I mean, especially, I can't. I literally laughed out loud when I saw that Shin guy that replied, like, here you are in a fucking channel with barely 1K subs, like, you know, and then also, why are you trying to white knight him? Why is he trying to white? We could have had a discussion. I could have got you views. I mean, we're trying to get our own shit. We're not trying to, or, you know, as far as I understand, you know, you're doing pretty all right so far. You know,
that's what brings me up to the rise of YouTube and stuff. It's like, this is kind of clicky, you know, like you're going to
just like anything else. Yeah. Everything is.
It's like, oh, you're going to have a discussion. I don't want to have a discussion with a guy who takes his opinion so seriously. And, you know, I've interacted with YouTubers here and there in the comments and stuff. Usually I don't comment stuff. One thing I noticed, and it's kind of funny how most YouTubers are so thin-skinned, yet it's so ironic that they broadcast their opinion out, and they're just so thin-skinned. Like, this guy seems very thin-skinned, and, you know, I'm not gonna call him names, even though he called me a jerk, a creep, a cockroach, and I just found it funny because, man, if someone like talks shit about me and I had 200K subs and they had one, I don't care. Like, I would just move on. I've been called a lot worse than all this on the internet.
I was going to say,
a lot better.
I wish all I'd ever been called was a jerk or a creep or a cockroach. I've been called some heinous shit just yesterday, even. I mean, those are glowing terms, you know.
Yeah, I you know, actually, it's kind of even though, you know, it's kind of, he's insulted me and stuff, I am kind of flattered that they came to my YouTube channel and commented. They got such like huge audience.
Any press is good press.
That's the neat thing about YouTube, though. I can talk shit about Bill Burr all day. He's not going to come up to my fucking comments on my video. Yeah. But, you know,
and
these
also,
guys,
do you hate this Sean guy?
Sean Chandler? He's not the one talking shit about me.
The one talking shit, or the other, whatever the name is of the guy. Yeah,
Cody Leach. Yeah.
Do you hate Cody Leach?
I don't hate him. Like,
do you think
really
you'll
care.
probably watch another Cody Leach video in the future at some point?
No. Like, his shit's been popping up on my things. I just, like, not interested. Like, nah.
Well, okay. Well, then there you go. So there you go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Brad Hawk, what's up, man?
Hey,
how you doing,
Brad.
buddy?
Hey, I just had Cody. We're talking about Cody Leach talking shit about me on my video. I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah. But okay.
I don't know. It's to go back to the thin skin thing, though. Like, that's kind of something. That's kind of something I kept going back and forth on before. She's like, I make fun of myself more than I make fun of anybody else. It's like, even when people were disagreeing with me about my takes on the Street Fighter movie, what's the last thing I said about it? I want to be wrong. I am not so much of an egotistical asshole that I want things to fail, or I give my take on something. If I'm wrong, I'm presented evidence I'm wrong. I'm not ever going to be. I've admitted it several times in our trials and tribulations here when I've said something wrong, or I was ill-researched about a lot of shit several times. I mean, I only get every 2 weeks to fucking proclaim that I was wrong. So give me a couple weeks, fellas. But I mean, but that's what I mean. Is like, I'm willing to do that. And I'm willing to, you know, if somebody wants to say, I say motherfucker too much, that doesn't bother me. You're entitled to your opinion too, man. So that's why we're all doing this shit. Everybody has the right to their opinion, because opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. You know what I mean? Dirty Harry taught me that. So, but go ahead more, because you had something else to say.
Fist bump the Brad Hawk over here.
Yeah, fist bump Brad.
He has love for us.
What's up, man? He does have love. I saw that. Thanks, man.
All right, so, you know, he seems kind of like, you know, all right, he's mad. I'll give him credit though. Okay, he's not one of those fucking anti-woke grifters. Okay, so you know, he's not for me, but at least he's not that for Cody Leach. All right, so keep doing you, man. Like, that's fine. All right, so one person I forgot to mention that I watched reviews after my review is this girl named Spooky Astronauts, and this is kind of interesting because she's kind of like a horror movie reviewer, and she's British, has red hair, and all her thumbnails are like her doing like that.
I may have seen it. To be honest.
All right. So she reviewed it, gave it a positive review. Okay, whatever. She did the interview and stuff with them. Funny thing is she didn't mention that she's in the fucking movie. She has a scene in the movie. I didn't know she was in the movie. I recognized her in the movie when I saw it. And then I saw that review and then I saw a comment. It's like, hey, you didn't tell us we're going to be. So that's kind of iffy. But just to give myself a little bit more credence to what I was saying in my video, Red Letter Media just came out with the Halloween hangover video where they talk about all the horror movies from October.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't watch Shelby Oaks, but they talked about it. And they talked about, guess what? All the early negative, positive reviews from YouTubers. And then when it finally got to critics, a lot of negative reviews from critics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Cody Leach in their comments calling them jerks and cockroaches. Jesus.
Vindication a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It's been an interesting kind of social experiment.
Yeah.
To see the early reviews before the kind of more traditional old school reviewers reviewed it. There was the early wave of like YouTuber reviews, and it was very fascinating. The backers of the movie, and then just other people that follow Chris Stuckman and his channel. Oh, YouTuber makes a movie. That's kind of the angle. But it was very fascinating to see so many YouTube critics find new and creative ways to walk on eggshells. That's what was my takeaway for the movie is not the movie, because I saw the trailer.
I went on Amazon trying to purchase a pair of kid gloves and I couldn't find any. They were all sold out.
But I thought that was kind of funny when I saw that. I'm like, so I'm not fucking crazy, right? All right. So and
I don't think
that's
you're crazy.
That's what kind of gives me to what we do YouTube for. Like, it seems like a lot of these people who just like clutch onto their opinions, like it's they're gonna fight anyone for their opinion and stuff. I think it feels like they do this for validation more than anything. I find myself, I do it just for like expression, for discussion.
It's your hobby, yeah. Like, it's like, this is like, you don't draw anymore. These are your Batman comics.
Yeah. If you disagree with me, awesome. Tell me why, because I want to talk to you. Don't be an asshole. Attack the opinion, not the person, Yeah. That's how I see it. But yeah, I wanted to get that off my chest. I don't want to like get in a muck with them. I'm done talking about fucking Shelby Oaks. I'm fucking done with it. Like, no more. More power to these guys or whatever. We all kind of see through it a little bit. So I'm moving on, and hopefully he doesn't call me more names in the comments on this video when I put it up. But I'll make sure to put them right in front center of my thumbnail though this time.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not on here very often, but it's like me and you really just do this just so we can hang out. I mean, this is just kind of like our catch up.
Yeah, it's like an excuse to hang out, and then
we're just trying
content. Yeah,
it's like you guys are kind of, everyone that gets to watch these videos are just kind of, they're almost just kind of watching a private conversation, really, more, because I mean, we're not any different, in real life beyond anything else. Like, this is, that's why, I mean, I'm always this asshole. Like, I don't really change. I call your mom motherfucker sometimes. You know what I mean? But she would call me regard. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yep. All right, we got some Brad Hawk here. Yeah, I'd like to see your review and your take on it.
I think we should talk about Shelby Oaks for another 45 minutes, actually, because I don't know anything.
Yeah. I need to milk these fucking views and subscribers and stuff. Oh, here's another one.
No, everyone at a time. But yeah, exactly. That's the thing is like, I agree with that too. But that's the only things times I've seen people be negative towards me, it's because I say cuss words too much or because I didn't give examples of who else should be Blanca. Those are the only two negative things you know what I mean? Like, so I guess I think I'm doing okay.
Kelsey Grammer.
That was classic. We're going to have to do a clip show at some point with all the times we were busting the fuck up laughing because I don't even remember.
Kelsey Grammer.
Well, but that was good. I just fuck Kelsey Grammer, paint him green, man. Make his hair red. You got him. You know what I mean?
80-year-old Kelsey Grammer.
No, I mean, just repurpose his footage from X.
Okay.
Just use AI. That's what everyone's doing now anyway, but But no, I mean, yeah, that's all anyone's trying to do is we're just trying to fucking party and hang out. You're just trying, yeah. That's what I mean.
Just
don't be a fucking asshole.
Taking yourself so fucking seriously. You're a guy on the internet talking about movies. Who gives a fuck? All right, move on. You know.
Yeah.
I don't even think I could be bothered as a 1K channel if someone with a 200K was talking shit about me. I'm like, all right, I'm not getting in the muck. That kind of brings me to like the Cinemassacre truth. Yeah, you know the Cinemassacre truth. That whole time, he does not acknowledge them, and the one time he did, they fucking dogpiled him, and he probably regretted it.
And as always, remember, opinions are like assholes, but that doesn't mean you have to be.